At this point, some people may notice that my little elf here looks a little bit different. Tried to make it as close as I could, but she's a little bit different. I realized that I screwed up when I was importing the world state that I wanted this game to go in. So I really fast made a new character and brought her up to the same point, which when you're not letting every single conversation play out in infinite detail, actually doesn't take that long. So in this world, the hero of Ferelden is not dead.
Reports of fate wrecks and demons keep coming. The people are terrified, and it's only getting worse. The only thing that will calm their fears now is the hope that someone out there can save them. You have to be that someone. No one else has any power over the rifts. Seal them. Your legend will spread, and Thedas will learn to trust the Inquisition.
This is the dialogue option with Leliana that's going to be the most different as of the change.
You seem to know a great many people. I have made friends, and on occasion enemies. It's unavoidable. You have a history with the Warden who entered the Blight, don't you? I count her among my closest friends. She's probably the only person I trust completely. I haven't heard from her in some time. She just disappeared. I try not to think about what might have happened. They say you spent some time in Lothering. Did you know the champion? We spoke a few times. I seldom left the Chantry, and we never became more than casual acquaintances. I saw more of the Hawk twins. Bethany in particular. She would spend time in meditation at the Chantry, and she seemed to like my stories. The other one, the young man, he was a little surly. I did encounter the champion again later in Kirkwall. Those were terrible times. Was this when the Chantry was destroyed? No, that happened later. But even then, the news coming out of Kirkwall was disheartening. There were some in Val Rayeau who wanted the Divine to declare an exalted march on Kirkwall. Justina sent me there to see if that could be avoided, to gather evidence to calm those agitating for war. I guess it didn't matter in the end. We can continue this conversation later. You know where I am.
And now we are finally venturing out of the keep. At this point, we only have the three.
World of Andraste. I've heard the stories. Everyone has. We know what you did at the breach. It's odd for a Dalish elf to care what happens to anyone else, but you'll get no backtalk here. That's a promise. Inquisition Scout Harding, at your service. Well, all of us here, will do whatever we can to help.
Harding, huh? Ever been to Kirkwall's Hightown?
I can't say I have. Why?
You'd be Harding and... No, never mind.
Ugh. I'm starting to worry about these stories that everyone's heard.
Oh, there's nothing to worry about. They only say you're the last great hope for Thedas.
Oh, wonderful.
The hinterlands are as good a place as any to start fixing things. We came to secure horses from Redcliffe's old horsemaster. I grew up here, and people always said that Dennett's herds were the strongest and the fastest this side of the Frostbacks. But with the Mage Templar fighting getting worse, we couldn't get to Dennett. Maker only knows if he's even still alive. Mother Giselle's at the crossroads helping refugees and the wounded. Our latest reports say that the war's spread there too. Corporal Vale and our men are doing what they can to help protect the people, but they won't be able to hold out very long. You best get going. No time to lose.
Watch your step.
Mother Giselle cannot be far. Inquisition forces! They're trying to protect the refugees!
Looks like they could use a hand.
Hold! We are not apostates!
I do not think they care, Seeker. We are not Templars. We mean you no harm.
No. Look like they're listening.
There are mages here who can heal your wounds. Lie still.
Don't touch me, Mother. Their magic is...
Turn to noble purpose. Their magic is surely no more evil than your blade.
What?
Hush, dear boy. Allow them to ease your suffering.
Mother Giselle.
I am. And you must be the one they are calling the Herald of Andraste.
Not through any choice of mine.
We seldom have much say in our fate, I'm sad to say.
So you agree with them?
I don't presume to know the Maker's intentions, for any of us. But I did not ask you to come simply to debate with me.
Then why am I here?
I know of the Chantry's denouncement, and I am familiar with those behind it. I won't lie to you. Some of them are grandstanding, hoping to increase their chances of becoming the new divine. Some are simply terrified. So many good people, senselessly taken from us.
But don't you stand with the rest of the Chantry?
With no divine, we are each left to our own conscience, and mine tells me this. Go to them. Convince the remaining clerics you are no demon to be feared. They have heard only frightful tales of you. Give them something else to believe.
That won't just make it worse.
Because you are a mage?
That too.
Let me put it this way. You needn't convince them all. You just need some of them to doubt. Their power is their unified voice. Take that from them and you receive the time you need.
So I show up, say hello, show them the mark on my hand.
I honestly don't know if you've been touched by fate, or sent to help us, but I hope. Hope is what we need now. The people will listen to your rallying call, as they will listen to no other. You could build the Inquisition into a force that will deliver us, or destroy us. I will go to Haven and provide Sister Leliana the names of those in the Chantry who will be amenable to a gathering. It is not much, but I will do whatever I can.
What? You there? Can you help my wife? Please, I beg you.
What's wrong with your wife?
She gets sick when the weather's foul. Can't catch her breath like cobwebs in her lungs. Our son Hindle makes a potion that lets her breathe. He's the only one who can make it, but he's joined that cult in the hills. Please, get to him and tell him what's wrong. Without that potion, she'll die.
Or with the Inquisition. Corporal Vale, thanks for your help. The Mages and Templars don't seem to care who gets caught in their war. The refugees here are in dire need of help. If the war doesn't kill them, cold or starvation will.
What other problems do these refugees face?
We've got some injuries that go beyond stitches and elf fruit. I know healers are in short supply, but if you can find someone in Redcliffe to help us, it would save a lot of lives.
You were concerned about refugees starving?
Yes. Many of them brought food, but they expected to be home by now, or safe in a city. There's a hunter up the hill who has some ideas.
Is there anything we can do to help people deal with the cold?
I asked the Inquisition to send blankets. You'd think I was asking for a wagon of raw lyrium. A recruit named Whittle is trying to make what we can bring in last. If you have any ideas, talk to him across the road.
What can you tell me about the Templars?
All the Templars were called to Val Royeaux not long ago. These bastards ignored the order. Now they're killing rebel mages, along with any refugees they think are mage sympathizers. Every Templar I've ever known has wanted to protect the common folk. These men defile their order's good name.
What can you tell me about the rebel mages?
The real rebels are up north in Redcliffe, dug in and taking care of their own. The ones out here are just apostates, locked up in the circles all these years, and now they've gone mad with power. The rebels in Redcliffe have washed their hands of them. I wish we could do the same.
What can you tell me about the man who's supposed to be getting horses for the Inquisition?
Horsemaster Dennett. He lives on a farm to the west. Tough old fella. We haven't heard from him. Best we can tell, he's holed up until the mages and Templars are done killing each other.
Farewell.
Did you believe the Conclave could achieve peace, Cassandra?
I had hope, as did we all.
The Templars went to war to force mages back into their circles, which the mages would never agree to. What solution could Divine Justinia have offered when all sides rejected compromise?
The war was going nowhere for either side. That they went at all showed they realized this.
Or they believed the other side would relent.
We shall never know now.
More cold weather coming. Fool villagers. Where are their coats?
What do you need to keep these refugees warm?
Blankets, warm clothes, all of it. These poor sods lost everything when the mages and the Templars went crazy. If we were in a village, I could just pinch a blanket off a clothesline and be fine. Out here, I'm sure the apostates have plenty of supplies, just haven't been able to find them.
Farewell.
And to you.
Hopefully the Inquisition can find some way to help these people.
So for the moment, I'm gonna take us over to the Horsemaster, where we're gonna get some pretty little horsies for our Inquisition. But first we're gonna have to fight some people. I know, it's a hard life.
Look at this. The apostates have gone mad with power.
I see just as many Templars.
So one of the really cool things about this game is, should you fall in combat, one of your buddies can just pick you up. So this is our Horsemaster's farm area. First thing I'm gonna do is go set up my camp so that I can heal up and get some healing potions back. I'm not in any danger right now, but always best to do that first.
Could make camp here?
I suppose this must be Master Dennett.
Speak to the Master if you have business here.
They're such friendly people, aren't they?
Must be something here. Let's look.
You'll be wanting to speak with my husband.
So you're the Inquisition, eh? Here you're trying to bring order back. It's high time someone did. Never thought it'd be a Hallow-Rider from the Wildlands, though. Name's Dennett. I served Arl Eamon for 30 years as Horsemaster. I hear your Inquisition is looking for mounts.
Is there a particular reason you're making me come here to ask you in person instead of just sending them?
As a matter of fact, yes. I can't just send 100 of the finest horses in Ferelden down the road like you send a letter.
Where are you
Bandit
going?
between here and Haven would be on them like flies on crap. You'll have mounts once I know they won't end up as a cold winter's breakfast.
If you have a problem with me personally, I'd like to know about it.
What? It's because I called you a Hallow-Rider? Those Hallow are damn majestic beasts. I'll give my right arm to ride one. My wife Leliana manages the farms and Bron's in charge of my guards. They'll tell you what they need. Until then, you deserve something better than whatever knock-kneed plow neck they gave you. The chestnut over there is a purebred Ferelden forder. Take care of him, and he'll take care of you, Inquisition.
The Dalish don't ride, Hala. They pull our Aravels. Jeez. Get with the program, dude. Get with the program. I have a horsey. I have a horsey. Alright, so we're just gonna go take care of this rift. And then we will find out what his wife and security dude want us to do.
Redcliffe has seen more than its share of trouble. That the rebellion should play out here.
I heard what my man said. If you want our horses, then we need our farmers back safe in their fields. Since the breach appeared, the wolves have gone mad. They come after our men like beasts with the water sickness. You deal with the wolves, and our farmers will be safe again.
How are these wolves acting differently from normal?
Normal wolves go after livestock, but come at them with a torch and a blade and they run. These beasts, though, it's like darkspawn during the Blight, or when the dead rose to attack us. They're possessed, or something like it. I've lost too many men to the beasts. I won't endanger more.
Farewell.
Good day to you.
If those refugees are going to defend themselves, they'll need... I've marked good spots on the map. You set up watchtowers there, I'll talk to the master and get your people weapons.
Farewell.
This is the first of the 3 watchtowers that we need to build for our quest for Braun. That will let us get the horses for the entire Inquisition. Also, it's going to make the valley a bit safer for everyone else in the area.
These must be the wolves Elena spoke of. Elena was right. Something has driven these animals mad.
The breach may have driven them mad. Or perhaps a demon took command of the pack.
That cave could be the lair of our strange wolves. With the demon dead, the farmers should be safe from the wolves.
I expect the wolves are also pleased to be freed from the demon's control.
So one thing that I do want to address is a little bit earlier, Cassandra mentioned that it's unfair for the Mage and Templar War to be playing out in Redcliffe. In the first game, Redcliffe was overrun by basically the undead due to some events that happened. A mage succumbed to a demon after being tricked, and the demon played merry havoc with the entire town, and the dead attacked. You, of course, as the warden, saves the day, but there are casualties, and it's not a fun thing. In addition to that, the Arl nearly dies at one point, and you have to go on a whole nother quest to save him. So this area has actually been plagued with a lot of problems. This is one of the caves that's very quintessential of our rebel mages. Very creepy, witchcrafty. Horror movie, stereotypical, creepy.
I think it's time you stopped playing the wounded party with me, Varric.
Ignoring the times you actually wounded me.
I did no such thing. I questioned you and then brought you to Haven so you could tell your story to the Divine.
What then? Thanks, Varric. We believe you. See you around.
Do not pretend to be an innocent bystander. I could have done far worse, with full justification.
Oh, yes. Thank you for not torturing me. I'm so much happier now.
Varric and Cassandra will have an somewhat adversarial relationship for a while. And that was the second watchtower that we got while they were having their little spat. And here is our third watchtower. So we have finished our 2 prerequisite quests to get the horses, and now we can head back. However, we are going to wait a little bit before I actually go back to get the horses. There's a few other things that I want to wrap up, and then we're going to get the horses.
Templar bastards killed my husband and stole the ring from his finger. They deserve to die.
You're saying the Templars attacked your husband?
Aye. He was digging out a stump. The fools couldn't tell a shovel from a mage's staff. Had to be safe, they said. Rebels everywhere attacking by surprise, sick bastards. They took the ring I gave him on our wedding day in case it was magic.
Farewell.
So one of the things that I am going to be doing is showing some of my favorite quests. And this is one of them. It's a very sad quest, but it's also one where I feel it does demonstrate what it's like to be an average person in Thedas right now, at least in this part of the world. And I do, being a romantic, have a lot of sympathy for someone who wants their husband's wedding band back. Now this is a fun little quest.
Elven woman, answers to writs.
You said your friend hasn't reported back.
Well, she was supposed to be checking on some apostates. I'm on duty here, or I'd go look for her.
I'll talk to you later.
Watch your back out there.
Decent spot to camp.
These must be the supply caches Whittle asked us to find.
We are going to be picking up supplies as we go along in order to help the refugees that have been displaced by the war.
A Templar, I believe.
Finding this Templar is going to be significant. However, not yet. We're going to have to wait on that one. And now we're going to find out what happened to our missing scout. This one's good. Sad, but good.
Templar deserters?
If not for you, I'd be dead. Do you need anything? I should probably report back.
What do we have here?
This is a mage. Eldreda, yes. I think that was her name. At least I'd heard other apostates call her that.
It looks like someone was having a picnic.
Yes. The mage must have been hunting for blood magic. The Templars attacked the apostate. I suppose I just got caught in the middle. So, the truth. I may have been, passing time with Eldreda.
I take it the Templars interrupted your very friendly picnic.
Wait. Yes. At first she was just a mage who saw me and didn't attack, but later we... So... Are you going to report me?
Look, kid, if you can talk an apostate out of her pants in the middle of a war, you've got a gift. Use it. Make contacts, get information, and help the Inquisition. Do that, and our lips are sealed.
All right. I can do that. And thanks for going easy on me.
So am I the only one who loves that our scout here does not seem terribly broken up by the death of her lover? I mean, I want to believe that it's just shock. But it is a little, you know, your lover just was killed in front of you, in cold blood. Don't you care? Don't you care?
Look, there are Inquisition soldiers even here. I told you we would be safe.
I'm not certain, my lady. We could still return to your family's estate.
No. There is nothing for me back there.
This is one of the weirder areas. At least in terms of the people who occupy it.
I know you. They call you the Herald of Andraste for what you did at Haven. But are you? The Maker has not told me.
I am not the Herald of Andraste.
As I suspected. Stories of you mastering the rifts are just blind heresy.
No, I can seal rifts.
Then prove it. Show me that the rifts bend to your will, the will of the Maker. Show me the power you wield.
This cult... What are you doing out here? What is it you think is happening?
The Chantry has fallen, and shown its imperfection in doing so. The Chant of Light was a lie. It was arrogance to think that mortal lips could frame the Maker's will, and so we wait in silence. The Maker has opened the sky. Soon he will call his chosen back to the Golden City.
Until later.
Until the Maker brings you back to us.
I suppose it only natural that some would turn to worshipping the breach, if only in hopes of appeasing it.
And now I'm popular.
My lady, your mother and sister must miss you greatly. With your father's passing at the conclave. No, we can.
Maker's tears. I was a fool to have doubted you. How may we serve you? Herald of Andraste.
Have your believers searched for secrets that may help our cause?
As you say, Herald of Andraste. Some few will remain here, the rest will go forth to do your will. When the Maker calls you to your great purpose, remember that we served you.
This area is basically a cult of people who are worshipping the breach, although now they're gonna help me out a little bit. Right now we're gonna go and look up the gentleman who can make that breathing potion for his mother. The quest that we got in Redcliffe from one of the refugees.
We need no longer listen to rumors. We know the truth.
I greet you. My name is Hindle.
Hindle, your mother can't breathe. Your father sent me here for potion.
What? She was fine. She hasn't had the breathing trouble in... All right, I can help. Here, I have some already made. Go, take it to her now.
So he is willing to abandon his parents to follow a cult, but at least he's not willing to let her die. There's something for that, right? Now there's another young man here that I'm going to activate his quest before we leave. He's another pretty sad story.
Excuse me. While you were coming up, did you meet a young noblewoman with blonde hair and pale green eyes? Lady Velena should be here. We need to be together when the Maker comes.
Where would your friend be?
She is my love, and she should be here. I wrote to her weeks ago. I know the path up the hill is dangerous, but surely the mages and Templars would not trouble a young lady.
I'm sorry. I can't help you.
Please, if you meet my beloved, tell her I am waiting. Damn it, Ritz, where are you?
I found Ritz and rescued her from an attack by the Templars. She's fine.
Thank you. I appreciate you taking the time. It's dangerous out here for everyone. I'm glad the Inquisition is trying to put things right.
I doubt these were mere bandits. They moved with the efficiency of a trained group.
Sometimes when Solus talks, you just want to shake him and go, "No, really?" And sometimes he actually has pretty cool or useful information. This, however, was not one of those times. Unfortunately, we are about to find the young lady, Lady Velena, and discover that, sadly, the Templars did attack her. Or the mages. I don't think we ever definitively find out which. But she does not make it to her love. And here is the wedding ring that I'm going to be returning to its rightful owner. What I do like about it is, even though the elven woman does not appear to be Dalish, she does not appear to be part of a Dalish clan or have any Dalish tattoos, the ring is a Dalish promise ring. So it kind of implies a story about the young woman without having to say anything. She may be descended from a Dalish tribe, or possibly her husband was part of a Dalish tribe. This game has a lot of little things like that that makes you care about even the small characters. We're now going to be bringing the bad news about Lady Velena to her lover.
Lady Velena should be here. We need to be together when the Maker comes.
I found a woman's body down the hill with a letter on it.
This letter, Velena was dead. But we were meant to be together. The Maker would not keep us apart. What am I supposed to do now?
The Inquisition needs men who believe as strongly as you do. Come and help us restore order.
Yes. If waiting here in the hills leaves innocents to die, then I will bring the Maker's word by the sword. My men and I will lend our strength to the Inquisition. Thank you.
Bringing the word by the sword is not exactly what I meant. I am a Dalish elf, more concerned with restoring peace and order. But you know, whatever works for you, dude. Let's return the wedding ring to our widow.
We're the Templars. They don't care who they kill anymore.
I found this ring on a Templar I killed.
This is it. Praise to you and the Inquisition for giving my husband justice. It won't bring him back, but his spirit will rest easier now, as will mine.
I've wondered, how did you know to approach us, Solus? The breach opened, we were scrambling and barely had time to think, and there you were.
I went to see the breach for myself. I did not know you would be there.
You must not have been far away.
I was not. I'd come to hear of the Conclave, but did not want to get close.
Lucky for us, then.
There are going to be clues about Solus throughout the game that I'm not going to spoil, but you should pay attention to them.
Thank you.
Do you have the potion?
Here you go. The potion and instructions on how to make it.
Silas bless you. Or the Maker. Or whoever. It doesn't matter. Just thank you. I'll give it to her right away. If ever I can help the Inquisition, you have my word.
That wraps up our third segment. Thanks so much for sticking with me thus far. There's been a pretty sharp learning curve in figuring out how to edit these videos. Obviously, I figured out how to add narration post-recording. That would explain the different sound qualities in the recording, so we're going to be doing more of that in the future. Hopefully these videos are just going to keep getting better and better, and thanks for sticking with me so far.